Today we're in the Memorial Union asking people about their thoughts on education and the experiences that they've had.
What do you think the qualities of an effective teacher has?
I think when they use visual activities and in-class activities, the students can relate it better when they see it and actually do hands-on.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Well, I think an effective teacher makes it easy to take what you're supposed to be learning in like the textbooks and then apply it to like real life. Actually go out and use it once you graduate.
Well, I originally came to school up here to be a teacher too because I felt like a lot of high school teachers and things didn't do a good enough job. And I think a lot of what makes an effective teacher is learning how to teach students that might have a harder time being a accessible teacher and having the ability to teach in one way when necessary.
I think a teacher who is really enthusiastic about what she's teaching and really is enthusiastic about the students that she is teaching, or he, and just someone who really loves their job and really has a passion for teaching others.
In my opinion, I think an effective teacher is someone who takes the time to have one-on-one conversations with the student, because every student, they grow and learn at a different pace, and sometimes if they're struggling or needs help with something, having that one-on-one talk just it's helpful to get them to understand what's needed.
So what's one of your favorite teacher memories?
I had a teacher in 8th grade who was always willing to help students after school and before school, and I thought that was huge. I am terrible at math, and so having math with this teacher really helps me. It really helps me understand the material better. I came in every single day of 8th grade an hour before school to get help with him, and he was always willing, always ready, never complained about it, never said anything about it, was just always happy that I was there. And he said, it's students like you who I admire, who are trying their hardest, and you should deserve an A for this, even though it's 10 times harder for you than it is a lot of other students. And that just made me think, wow, I mean, he's here for me, and I'm terrible at this, and it doesn't even bother him that I come every day. And I just thought it was so awesome that he saw so much in me, even though I didn't see that. And he was always willing to help me extra, even though he didn't need to be there. He wasn't required to be there. And then he actually nominated me as a student for a certain award at the end of the year. It was something about having the most ambition or something, and I thought that was really awesome because it had nothing to do with how bad I was at math. He saw a lot in me, and so
Yeah, thank you.
A good memory from my educational experience would be my favorite professor from NDSU. Her name is Dr. Kai Western. She really embodies enthusiasm, and she not only is passionate about what she knows towards the field of communication, but she really wants us to be excited about what we're learning. And in class, we'll go on like scavenger hunts, and we'll get to relate the theories that we're learning about, such as expectancy violations, which is like things that just go wrong and you wouldn't expect. Like, she actually had us go out into like campus and the union and the wellness and just do weird things that don't quite make sense, then we'd write about them. So it was like the real world application that made her one of my favorite teachers.
Thank you.
What comes to mind when you think of an elementary school teacher?
I definitely think of the nice, compassionate heart. Somebody who is just really down to earth, sincere, and just super caring.
Awesome, thank you.
I would say that my 5th grade teacher, Miss Finaro, was probably the most memorable just because she was so energetic and involved and just so supportive of her students. She even would go to student events and everything like that, and it was just a really good experience that she made for us.
Thank you.
My favorite teacher was my kindergarten teacher, Mr. George Burr. And he was my favorite teacher because he taught us the alphabet using puppets. And I found this was a very creative and effective way of teaching us. And it's the only reason I probably know how to spell today.
Thank you.
No problem.
So what do you think you wish you could change about the educational system?
One thing that I would want to change about the educational system is government funding towards high schools and middle schools and elementary schools. the reason why I believe that is just because I think that in lower income areas they have less funding towards the schools just because they have lower standardized test scores, and because of that it kind of goes along with teaching, whereas the teachers don't get paid as much, and because of that they don't feel as motivated towards educating their students and making sure that they get the best education they can do. In fact, one of the examples that I saw was this Waiting for Superman, which it's a documentary about education over in New York, which I think is honestly very replicable for what I would like to do, just because I think government funding needs to be focused more on getting those schools that have lower standardized test scores the same amount of money as it does for those that have higher income, just because I think the more funding, the more the teachers will actually be motivated to actually work on educating their students.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
What was your favorite thing to do in elementary school?
I liked it when for each holiday we would make a project that would associate with like Christmas and Halloween and everything.